Chosen one, pause for a moment and breathe, because what you are about to hear is not just information. It is a message from God, arriving in perfect divine alignment, carried by the same ancestral currents that have been guiding you since before you were born. This is a sacred moment in your spiritual awakening, and if you feel even the slightest pull in your spirit, if something inside you begins to rise or vibrate as these words reach you, I want you to comment 777, because your soul already knows you were meant to hear this today. You, the chosen one, are standing at the doorway of a revelation that has been waiting for you for generations. A hidden mystery about your grandfather is being revealed now, and the timing is not random. God never moves randomly. Every piece of this message has been divinely orchestrated. Chosen one, you may have felt it for years, that unexplained heaviness, that intuitive wisdom that seems older than your age, that feeling that you are carrying emotions, visions, or inner strength that did not begin with you. These sensations are not illusions. These gifts, these weights, these whispers inside your chest are the spiritual fingerprints of your lineage. They are signs that your divine calling is connected to something your grandfather saw, something he lived through, something he carried but could never fully express. And now, in this moment of divine alignment, that hidden mystery is reaching for you because you are spiritually ready to receive it. This is ancestral revelation. This is God's message moving across time. When the chosen one awakens, the past begins to speak. And right now, your grandfather's energy is stepping forward, not in the form of memory alone, but as an active presence. There is something he knew that your family never spoke about, something he endured that shaped the spiritual foundation of your bloodline, something he prayed for that did not manifest in his lifetime because it was meant to manifest in yours. This is why you feel different. This is why you feel set apart. This is why certain struggles hit you harder and certain insights come to you faster. The chosen one is never chosen randomly. The chosen one rises when the lineage is ready. You are living through a spiritual unveiling, and whether you recognize it yet or not, the unseen realm has been preparing you. You have been nudged, awakened, pulled, and protected because your divine calling is part of a much larger story. Your grandfather's story is woven into your destiny. His footsteps echo in your intuition. His battles live in your sensitivity. His prayers breathe through your strength. And God is revealing this now because the mantle, the spiritual assignment that passed through your bloodline, has found its rightful bearer. It has found you. Chosen one, you are not imagining the war you feel inside. You are not imagining the pressure around you. You are not imagining the light that keeps rising, no matter how many times life tried to bury it. You were called. You were marked. God's message is reaching you because the moment has arrived for you to remember who you are and whose mission you are continuing. The spiritual war around you is real because your purpose is real, and the light you carry is necessary, not only for you but for the generations before you and the generations after you. This is the beginning of your unveiling. This is the doorway to the truth your grandfather carried in silence. This is your spiritual awakening, and nothing about it is coincidence. You are the chosen one. And God has aligned this moment to awaken you deeper than ever before. If this touched your soul, if something inside you just shifted, comment 111 because you know it, you were called. 1. The ancestral foundation is awakening. Chosen one. Before we go deeper, I want you to understand something with absolute clarity. This is not imagination, coincidence, or emotional confusion. This is a message from God reaching you in the exact season when your spirit is finally strong enough to carry what your grandfather could not release in his lifetime. The awakening in you did not start with you. It started long before you were born, long before anyone knew your name. It started with the battles your grandfather fought in silence, with the prayers he whispered when no one was listening, with the storms he survived even when his heart was breaking. And now, that entire spiritual foundation is awakening through you. You are the chosen one who is meant to continue what he began. Your grandfather lived a life that carried invisible weight. Many of the emotions you feel so intensely, many of the dreams that come to you unprovoked, many of the insights that appear in your mind without warning are not random thoughts. They are spiritual echoes. They are seeds he planted, intentionally or unintentionally, waiting for the right soul to bloom through. And that soul is you. The divine calling that rests on your life has ties that run deeper than blood, deeper than memory, deeper than anything your physical mind can grasp. It is tied to the spiritual assignments that your grandfather carried but could not complete, not because he failed, but because the mission belonged to you. Chosen one, your grandfather walked through storms your family never fully understood. There were battles he fought behind closed doors, burdens he held so tightly that not even those closest to him could see their weight. He carried wisdom that did not fit the time he lived in. He carried vision that others dismissed. He carried spiritual sensitivity that he learned to silence because the world around him was not ready for it. But God saw him. God heard him. God watched him pour strength into a lineage that did not yet have a vessel capable of carrying the fullness of his spiritual blueprint. And that is why this moment is happening now. The prophetic shift in your spirit is the activation of everything he once saw but never got to witness. You have probably wondered why you feel older inside than your age. You have wondered why you sense danger before it comes, why you read people's intentions without trying, why you carry compassion that feels too heavy for your heart. You have wondered why God keeps pulling you out of places, situations, and relationships that others seem to walk through without consequence. These are not personality traits. These are inherited spiritual abilities. This intuition, this strength, this vision, this resilience, these are the ancestral gifts your grandfather nurtured through pain, discipline, and silent endurance. And now that you, the chosen one, have awakened, they are rising in you like flames finally given oxygen. There is a moment in every bloodline when God marks someone to complete what an ancestor started. That moment is sacred. It is divine. It is a turning point in the unseen realm. And you are living inside that moment right now. This is why your dreams have been changing. This is why your emotions have intensified. This is why people who once fit your life suddenly feel distant. You are being shifted spiritually because the assignment in your lineage is being shifted onto your shoulders, not as a burden, but as a mantle, not as a punishment, but as a purpose, not as a weight, but as a crown. Your grandfather did not speak everything he knew. Some truths he buried because the world would not have understood. Some visions he kept to himself because he feared they would be mocked. Some pain he carried quietly because he wanted to protect the family. But those silent spaces did not vanish. They became spiritual seeds waiting for the chosen one to awaken. And the moment you started questioning your life, the moment you began sensing God's presence more intensely, the moment your spirit started shifting without explanation, those seeds began to open. Your spiritual awakening is not just about you, it is about the entire lineage behind you. The spiritual realm has been moving in your favor long before you realized it. God's message has been circling around your name, waiting for the season when you would finally be ready to receive what your grandfather prayed for. You may not know the details of his life. You may know only fragments, only stories, only pieces. But spiritually, you know him more deeply than you think. You feel the wars he fought as inner tension. You feel his warnings as intuition. You feel his longing for healing in your own heart. And you feel his faith when God speaks to you, because that faith is part of your DNA. Chosen one, the ancestral foundation is awakening because your spirit is rising. The war you feel is real, because every time a generation awakens, darkness tries to silence the voice chosen to break the cycle. But your light is necessary. Your presence is necessary. Your rise is necessary. The message you carry is not just for you. It is the completion of prayers prayed decades before you existed. And your grandfather's spirit is not behind you. It is beside you, supporting you as God unveils the truth of your divine calling. So circle back to the beginning. This is a message from God. You are not imagining. You are not overthinking. You are not mistaken. You were called. Your awakening is real. The war around you is real, and the light inside you is necessary for the destiny you were created to fulfill. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it, you were called. 2. The hidden mystery about your grandfather is being revealed. Chosen one, listen closely, because what is unfolding in your life right now is not random. It is not coincidence. It is not imagination. This is a message from God, arriving in the exact moment when your spirit is mature enough, strong enough, awakened enough to handle a truth that your family was never ready to receive. Something hidden, something sacred, something heavy that your grandfather carried in silence is being revealed to you now. And it is being revealed only to you because you are the chosen one of your lineage. You are the one with the sensitivity to hear the whisper, the courage to face the truth, and the spiritual vision to carry what others would have dropped. There was something your grandfather lived through that he could never fully share, a trauma that shaped him, a gift that frightened him, a revelation that came too early, a mission that went unfinished, a dream that outlived his own years. And while the rest of the family might see only fragments of who he was, you sense something deeper. You have always felt there was more to his story than anyone ever said out loud. That feeling was not in your imagination. It was the first sign of a spiritual awakening that was preparing you for this moment. The hidden mystery about your grandfather is unlocking because you have reached a level of divine calling where the truth becomes fuel instead of burden. Chosen one, generational revelation does not arrive through loud announcements. It comes quietly, like a soft voice stirring inside your chest. It comes through dreams that feel too vivid to dismiss. It comes through sudden memories or intuitive knowing that feels older than your own lifetime. It comes through spiritual signs, repeating over and over until you finally stop and ask, why does this feel familiar? That familiarity is the voice of your grandfather's spirit, not haunting you, but guiding you, pointing you toward a truth he could never say out loud. And God is allowing that truth to rise because you are spiritually capable of holding it. Your grandfather went through experiences the family never fully understood. He carried emotional wounds. He did not have the words to express. He carried talents or spiritual gifts he did not know how to use. He carried visions that felt too heavy for the world he lived in. And instead of passing those things down through conversations, he passed them down through spirit. He placed them inside the lineage, trusting that one day the chosen one would be born, rise, and awaken. And now that awakening is happening through you. Chosen one, think about the things you feel that no one ever taught you. Think about the sudden flashes of insight you receive without trying. Think about the way you sense danger before it arrives, or opportunity before it opens. Think about the way your heart reacts to certain truths instantly, as if you already lived them in another lifetime. These are not random sensitivities, they are inherited spiritual imprints. They are fragments of your grandfather's hidden story rising within you. Something he carried for decades is now surfacing in your spirit because God has decided the time has come for the truth to be revealed. Your family might not know the spiritual depth your grandfather held. They might remember his habits, his work, his stories, his laughter, or his silence. But they do not know what he saw in visions at night. They do not know the warnings he felt in his spirit. They do not know the revelations God whispered to him when he was alone. They do not know the fear he felt when he sensed things long before they happened. They do not know the dreams he buried because the world around him was not ready. But you, the chosen one, feel those things inside your own spirit. You feel them as intuition. You feel them as sudden emotion. You feel them as spiritual heaviness. You feel them as God's message pressing into your heart, urging you to pay attention. Chosen one, the reason this mystery was hidden from the rest of your family is simple. They were not spiritually aligned to receive it. They would have dismissed it, misunderstood it, or feared it. But you were built differently. Your spirit is open. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. Your depth is not an accident. You have the spiritual capacity to carry the truth. God chose you because he trusted you. Your grandfather's hidden story is unfolding through you because your soul is strong enough to hold what he could not speak. Many of the shifts you've been experiencing lately, the dreams, the synchronicities, the inner restlessness, the emotional surges, the sudden clarity, are not random psychological moments. They are spiritual activation signals. They are signs that your divine calling is awakening in connection to your grandfather's unfinished purpose. The mystery being revealed is not just information, it is responsibility. It is destiny. It is alignment. When God reveals generational truth, it is because the appointed one has finally awakened. You may have recently felt as if something inside you is opening, like a door you didn't know existed has begun to swing wide. You may have felt drawn to your grandfather without knowing why. You may have noticed patterns repeating across generations, or you may have sensed emotional weight in your chest that doesn't belong to your personal story. These sensations are part of the unveiling. They are part of the spiritual awakening that connects your soul to his truth. You are experiencing the unfolding of God's message across time, across bloodlines, across the unseen realm. Chosen one, this revelation is not a burden placed upon you. It is an honor. It is the confirmation that you were born with a purpose that stretches backward and forward through generations. It is the proof that your light is necessary, that your presence is intentional, that your divine calling is not just spiritual, but ancestral. The war you feel around you is real because you are becoming the one your grandfather prayed would rise. The light inside you is necessary because you are breaking through walls he could not. You are completing the mission he started, but could not finish. And that is why God is revealing this mystery now, because you are ready, and because the lineage is ready for healing, transformation, and elevation through you. Circle back to the beginning. This is a message from God. You are not imagining the signs. You are not imagining the shifts. You are not imagining the pressure or the calling. You were chosen long before you understood why. And now, the hidden mystery about your grandfather is no longer hidden. It is alive in you. If this touched your soul, Comment 111 because you know it, you were called. 3. Your divine calling activates now. Chosen one, this is the moment where everything begins to shift. This is the moment where the spiritual awakening you've been feeling transforms from quiet inner stirring into undeniable divine calling. What your grandfather carried, what he protected, what he prayed for, what he could not finish, now moves through you with power, clarity, and spiritual authority. This is a message from God, and He is telling you with unmistakable certainty, your activation begins now. For generations, your lineage has been circling around a spiritual assignment that did not have the right vessel until you arrived. Your grandfather stepped onto the path. He endured battles, gained wisdom, carried visions, and opened doors that he himself could not walk through. Not because he wasn't chosen, but because he was chosen to prepare the way. Every ancestor has a role, and his role was to plant. Your role, chosen one, is to rise. You are the bridge between what was left unfinished and what God is manifesting now. Your divine calling is not new. It is ancient. It is the continuation of a mission that traveled silently through your bloodline, waiting for the moment when the rightful soul would awaken. That soul is you. The reason you feel things deeply is because you were born with spiritual receptors tuned to God's voice. The reason you see through people is because you inherited generational discernment sharpened through your grandfather's struggles. The reason you feel pressure is because spiritual potential always attracts spiritual warfare. And the reason you feel called, even when you doubt yourself, is because you are not functioning from your strength alone, but from the accumulated strength, wisdom, and faith of those who came before you. Chosen one, trust your intuition now more than ever. The same God who guided your grandfather is guiding you. The same unseen hand that carried him through hardship is moving you toward destiny. The same divine whispers that kept him alive when he should have fallen are now awakening in your own spirit. Your intuition is not random. It is generational memory. It is ancestral knowing. It is God's message traveling through your spirit so you can continue the mission others could no longer carry. This is why you feel compelled to grow, to heal, to break patterns, to walk away from what no longer aligns. This is why your heart refuses to settle for mediocrity. This is why your soul demands truth, purpose, and elevation. You are living in the moment when your divine calling activates, and everything your grandfather touched but could not complete is rising inside you as spiritual capacity. Generational pain becomes your compassion. Generational wisdom becomes your insight. Generational creativity becomes your voice. Generational prophecy becomes your vision. Every thread of your ancestry is being woven into your purpose. You are not continuing his story out of obligation. You are continuing it because you were born with the exact spiritual architecture needed to carry it to completion. Your soul was designed to withstand the battles your grandfather began. Your spirit was prepared to understand what he could only sense. Your heart was crafted to love in ways he wished he could. You are the living answer to his hidden prayers, the manifestation of his deepest unspoken desires, and the fulfillment of what he once whispered to God in moments of loneliness and hope. Chosen one, this truth is not meant to overwhelm you, it is meant to liberate you. Because once you understand that your divine calling is ancestral, spiritual, and ordained, you stop questioning your worthiness. You stop doubting your purpose. You stop shrinking yourself to fit environments that were never meant to hold someone with a calling as deep as yours. Your grandfather didn't fail. He advanced the mission as far as God designed him to. And now, God is placing the mantle on you, not to burden you, but to crown you. The rise that is coming in your life will not just elevate you, it will break generational limitations. It will shatter chains that have held your bloodline back for decades. It will open doors your ancestors only dreamed of. It will create healing where there has been pain, clarity where there has been confusion, abundance where there has been lack, and spiritual authority where there has been silence. When the chosen one rises, the lineage rises. When you step into purpose, the entire family tree begins to shift. This is why the spiritual war around you has been intense. Darkness always fights hardest against the one who is chosen to end cycles. But you must remember, you were chosen because you carry the strength to win battles that broke others. You carry the light to walk through shadows your grandfather faced alone. You carry the vision to see pathways that others could not recognize. Your awakening is not an accident. It is a long-awaited activation. The sacred nature of your awakening cannot be overstated. When God chooses someone to complete an ancestral assignment, heaven watches, angels guard, and the spiritual realm aligns in their favor. That is what is happening for you now. Every challenge you've survived has prepared you. Every moment of isolation has strengthened you. Every season of confusion has refined your perception. God has been guiding your steps just as He guided your grandfathers, but He is leading you into territories your grandfather could not reach. Circle back to the truth. This is a message from God. You are not imagining the signs. You are not imagining the calling. You are not imagining the shift inside your soul. You were chosen long before your birth, and the mission placed on your grandfather has now become your divine calling. The war is real, but so is your power. Your light is necessary, not only for your life, but for the healing and elevation of the lineage behind you. Chosen one, rise now. Walk forward. Embrace what God has awakened in you. Step into what your grandfather could not finish. This is your moment, your mantle, your mission. If this touched your soul, comment 111, because you know it, you were called. Conclusion. You are standing at the threshold of something your spirit has sensed since before you were born, a stirring that has never truly left you. Now everything is revealing itself in clarity, in alignment, in undeniable truth. You are not just changing, you are awakening. You are the chosen one, and this is your moment of remembrance. This is the confirmation that the inner stirring, the deep knowing, the restlessness you have felt throughout your life was never random. It was a message from God, patiently unfolding through every season of your life until you were spiritually ready to see, ready to feel, and ready to rise. You are the awakening of your bloodline. You carry what generations before you could not complete, and now heaven is witnessing you step into the destiny your grandfather foresaw, prayed for, and longed to see fulfilled. The mystery that once seemed hidden is no longer concealed. It lives within you. It flows through your intuition, your sensitivity, your visions, and even the burdens you have silently carried. This is the moment your divine calling fully ignites, and your spiritual awakening shifts from quiet whispers to undeniable clarity. God is guiding your every step, aligning your path with precision, protection, and divine purpose. You are not imagining this. You are not overthinking it. You were called, chosen, and prepared for this very moment. What your grandfather fought, you will now carry forward with mastery. What he dreamed of, you will bring to life. What he started, you are here to complete. You are the living continuation of a spiritual assignment that traveled silently through your bloodline, waiting for the one soul strong, wise, and awakened enough to carry the full weight of destiny. That soul is you, the chosen one, the one heaven trusted, the one the enemy tried to silence because they knew the power that would rise through you. Your presence, your light, your courage are the fulfillment of a legacy that was once hidden but never lost. Your rise is not only personal, it is prophetic. You are breaking generational limitations through your very existence. You are shifting spiritual atmospheres through your obedience. You are dismantling cycles that once held your lineage captive because your soul refuses to repeat what God has already redeemed. Every tear you have cried, every loss you have endured, every internal battle you have faced, none of it was wasted. It all prepared you to bear the mantle that your ancestors once carried, to fulfill the prayers they whispered in secret, to complete the missions they could not finish. Their sacrifices became your strength. Their longing became your vision. Their silence became your wisdom. And now their unfinished work transforms into your victory. God has never left your side. Every closed door was protection. Every season of waiting was preparation. Every lonely night was consecration. You were never forgotten. You were being positioned. You were being shaped into the exact vessel required to fulfill this generational mission. And now the veil is lifting. The truth is undeniable. You were chosen to complete what began generations before you. Your spiritual awakening is no longer subtle. It is a force that will carry you forward, connecting the past with the present, guiding you to the destiny that is rightfully yours. This awakening is not coincidence. Your sensitivity is not weakness. Your intuition is not imagination. Your divine calling is not a burden. It is inheritance. It is empowerment. It is authority. You are the living answer to the prayers spoken in quiet rooms, whispered in desperation, and cried in nights of surrender. You are proof that God never abandoned your bloodline. He has been waiting for this moment, for you to rise, for your light to ignite and illuminate the path for generations to come. Stand tall, chosen one. Walk boldly, fearlessly, and unapologetically. Step into the fire that has always lived inside you. The war is real, but so is your anointing. Your light is necessary. Your presence is ordained. Your purpose is unfolding right now under God's perfect guidance. This is your confirmation, your sign, your awakening. If this touched your soul, comment 111. Because you know it, you were called.